guys to hit the track here. The sky seems to be very, very clear. Hopefully there'll be a dry race for us on hand. Or at least that's what the drivers will be hoping for, a dry race. Tier 2 has been known to be very wet time to time. Thinking back to China. China, there was a safety car because of the rain. It's like a monsoon out there. We have some cars hitting the track now. Austria here. Shortest lap time on the F1 circuit. Very, very high speed track. I assume our top qualifiers like $10 right here will make their way into the 102s, the very high 102s. Expect that to be a good qualifying time here. Once again, short qualifying. I assume everybody will be out on the softs. See everybody making their way out now. Set the screen up here. See GLC B Mars here, or JLC B Mars, my bad. Subbing for McLaren. As our first flying lap of the day is base cone. Heading into turn 1. Pretty good run there through turn 1. You could have been a little bit more aggressive on the right hand side curve there. Heading up into turn 2, very critical traction zone here. Will make all of your lap time. He's definitely running with traction control. He gets a good run through there. DRS and hot lap is engaged. There's a little bit of traffic up ahead of him, but I don't think it'll affect him too badly here. Takes it very easy to this final sector here. Coming through into some critical corners here, turn 7 and turn 8. This can lose all of your lap time here. You want to mount that curve on the left hand side there and be very careful not to invalidate by running over that side of left hand turns. As he goes quickest in the session with the 104.3 as people start to beat that now, $10 with the 103.5. See who else is set here to come across the line here. The racing point of Maestro. My bad for jumping all over the place right now with the 103.9. See a Williams coming through. Bone Apple invalidated. What's next? Formula Maximum is on his outlap right now. Again, like I predicted here, everybody out on their softs. We have a few runners here on the mediums, but I assume that they'll migrate over. Zampa here telling me that the game volume is very loud. Hopefully that'll be a little bit better for you guys. It's riding on board here with Bone Apple T and the Williams. Out for his first flying lap. Oh, and he invalidates. That curve is very tricky. You want to be able to mount that and just run as wide as you can, but you put 4 wheels off the track and your lap will be gone. He's going to continue on though, going for 2, and he's also ruined his following lap by putting another 4 wheels off the track. It's not good. Total 420, my apologies. The second Red Bull driver out here on his hot lap. Coming through this long main straight here. Sets up purple sector 1. That's a very slow apex. Seems to get pretty good traction out of turn 2 there. Heading down into turn 3. Let's see how much he can attack this. To be very gentle on the power here. Heading into turns 4 and 5 here. Gonna be able to attack this, and doesn't seem to be having the confidence to be flowing through that section of the track. Maybe running a little bit less downforce, or maybe I just don't know what I'm talking about. He's exiting the final corner here. Very conservative, heading across the line. Let's see what he can do, and he goes P12 with the 105.7. See, most people are in the pits now. Right on board with Echo here. On another medium lap here, he's invalidated. It's very easy to go a little bit too overboard on the track limits. To be quick here, you have to mount the curbs, but with all the speed that you're carrying through the corners, you can very easily slip up and put 4 wheels over the white line. First gear into turn 2. Interesting line that he took there, mounting the curb on the left hand side. On the medium tires, as you can see, I assume that he's going to have to switch off of those, as this is short qualifying, so wherever you qualify, that's where you're going to start. And on the tires that you set the fastest lap times on. And the strategy here today, at least from what I've been able to do, will be a soft to hard strategy, just a one stop. Tire wear here is pretty good, but not so good that the mediums can do 20 laps plus. At least just what I've seen. He's heading out of the last corner. Echo here, coming across the start finish line. What can he do? He goes P9 with the 105 flat. Come on board here with the Racing Point driver, GB Sanderson, on his second flying lap. To second gear there, and he runs out wide. That's not good. He's going to lose heaps of time. That corner invites a lot of understeer, as we all know from the real life race where Lewis understeered right into Albon and ruined his podium chances and even maybe a race win. Heading into the final 2 corners here. Let's see if he can make back some of the lost time. Heading into 5th gear here. Very aggressive out of the final corner, and he cuts a lot of that track right there. No invalidations, all good work. What can he do? And he goes slower by a 10th. Platinum's in the pits. Jamie the G getting out of the way. Good job, Jamie. Putting on a flying here. $10. As you saw in the top right corner, he just went close to 2/10 faster. Turn 2. Avoids that curve on the left hand side. Good job. Interesting, in the game, if you go up on that curve most of the time, you'll lose out on lap time, but in real life drivers will dip that left wheel onto the curbing there, onto the green concrete section, and it will offer loads of grip. But anyways, ooh, he cut too much and he's gonna have to abort that lap. Some drivers choose to mount that curb there to try to gain some time, but if you do it too much, as he did, you can get invalidated. Just Sanders goes P6, almost a second quicker with the 104.1. Good lap from him, very good lap. Latnor coming into the pits. Jamie, yep, he's coming into the pits too, invalidated his lap. Rob coming out last corner here. Up to the line. What can pole position? Wow. He goes 2/10 faster with the 103.4. Wow. That's an extremely quick lap there. Beating $10 whole out by less than a 10th. I assume 10's going to be upset about that. Get a new set of softs on and go set a time. Very good from the AlphaTauri driver. Very nice. GLC Mars retires from the session. Interesting. He was only in P12 out on the mediums there doing 1 lap. See most drivers in the pits now. See Dubsy on the in lap there. AJ's yet to set a lap. Still P19. Hope there's somebody setting a time there coming across the line. I believe it was Ultra Titan. 103.7. Bell and Apple T are on a flying lap on the mediums. A good amount of these drivers trying out the medium tires. Interesting. Tire fall off is not too high here. The softs they hold on for a pretty good amount of time here, and I don't know, he's on the in lap here. Dang, anybody want to give the viewers something to look at here? Latnor's on the in lap. Dubsy's on the in lap. Shady's setting a time here. Lugie's on the out lap. Shady's on the out lap too. Stay on board here for OTL Lugie here. A brand new steward for SSR. Glad to have him part of the team. Doesn't have the best of runs going through turn 1. Didn't really mount the curb on the left hand side there, and you got a little bit loose on the exit. So this turn 2 hairpin here, critical traction zone. It's a pretty good run there. It says he went quickest in the first sector, but I think that's a little bit suspect. The game's been known to give false readings from time to time. There's a little bit of a lockup into turn 3. Doesn't seem to affect him too much. He gets a pretty good run out of the corner. Turns 4 and 5 here, mounting on the curb. He goes a little bit wide through turn 5. That's not going to be good for his lap. It's very low on ERS here. It seems like he hasn't been managing his battery. He's not going to have enough to cross the line with power still being deployed. Gets nice and wide on the curbs, coming across the line. What can you do? He's P9 with the 104.2. Decent lap. Let's jump on with his teammate, and he invalidated his lap, so guess not. As let's jump on to $10 here in a flying lap. Or not. He seems to have abandoned his lap. Guess he wasn't happy with what happened. Made a mistake or something like that. Man, a lot of invalidations that we're seeing here. Very easy track to overdo on track limits. Total comes across the line, it goes 4/10 slower. Austria driver Jamie the G, another invalidation. And P18. Guys just getting ready for their final runs here, hopefully with some fresh set of tires here. Right on board with Just Sanders. And, ooh, dips into gravel on an invalidation. There you go. That will do it. He'll be here on a, I assume, an in lap. Total seems to be on an in lap too. Yep, I was right. Alright, there we go. Echo. Oh yeah, it's 2 laps on these tires. I think he's on an in lap also. Yes, he is. Everybody coming in. Except just Sanders here is going to try to go out for another run here on those tires. Heading into turn 3. Just giving the curb a little kiss there. Heading into turn 4, let's see if he can get a good run in there. Very easy on his downshifts. Heading into the final 2 corners here. See what he can do. Once again, very little ERS to head to the line. Hopefully he doesn't validate. He doesn't. Coming across the line, let's see, and he improves his time by a 10th, but he still stays in P7. We have a Mercedes of AJ, our tier coordinator here, on a lap. He just needs to set a lap at this point. He's invalidated everything that he's tried. The apex pretty good there. Now we see everybody coming out on the track to set their final runs. See a jumbling of the order right here. Let's keep on riding along with AJ here. There's a decent amount of traffic up ahead of him. Everybody out on their out laps, but I don't think it will affect him. Ooh, and he invalidates. He runs too wide. AJ, no. Ah, come on. All right, let's try to catch somebody crossing the line here. Maestro starting his flying, or ending his flying lap. Still in P6, goes a little bit quicker. I'm gonna catch $10 whole here. Rob currently holds pole position. Let's see if 10 can have anything for him here. Heading to the final corner. Aggressive on that inside curve, covering across the line. He does. He gets him by 4/10. Wow, he goes 4/10 quicker to regain P1. Our championship leader, after this qualifying session, I'll give everybody a little rundown here of the order. See Krob here on his flying lap. Let's see if he can take that spot back. Going right up on those curbs there. Being very aggressive. For the final time for him, coming into turn 7, turn 8, and he goes too deep, invalidates his time. He's gonna keep on going. Let's see what he would have gotten. He went 3/10 quicker. He would have got a 103.1, I believe that was. I believe that's what I saw. That's Bascombe. Validated his lap. He's going to continue on for a second one here. Ultra Titan starting this lap. Is that GP coming across the line? Yes, it is. He goes 4 seconds slower. I believe he's going to go for another one. He has to. Formula Maximum starting his lap. This Mercedes that's OTL Lugi. He jumps to P8, going 2/10 quicker with the 104 flats. Good lap for him. Good lap from him. He's going to pull off to retire there. Echo invalidates his time. There's still 30 seconds left in the session. Hopefully he has enough fuel to make it around for another lap. Jumping board with the Williams here. Bone Apple T, who's also invalidated his lap. Bunch of guys making mistakes here. Rob is coming in. Ultra Titan here coming through turn 8. Let's see what he can do. Coming up to the start finish line, and he's gonna back out of it. Seems to ran out of fuel here. CGB. Let's see if he can get into that top 10. What can he do? And he does with P7, 4/10 quicker. Very good lap, son. Very good lap. Is that Formula Maximum? Yes, it is. P10 just scrapes in. And that's qualifying, right? Oh, we have Bone Apple T. A few guys still on their laps here. Zeko up ahead of him. Yes, he is. We're right on board with him. P11, he just got knocked out to turn 8 there. And he's going to go out too wide, invalidating his lap. P11 at best for him. Bone Apple T seems to have ran out of fuel. Lugi's going to be coming in. Latinor's in the pits on the medium still. Interesting. Definitely not what he wanted. Ultra Titan here coming through the last few corners. Coming out of turn 8. So right now on P6, what can he do? He's not even going to engage ERS. Yeah, he went 7/10 slower and abandoned that lap. GB here. Assume these are all the AIs taking over. Well, that's qualifying right there. Let's take a little look through the race director to see what tires everybody was on. Yeah, only one person that tried the mediums, Platinor. Most likely he wasn't able to get a good soft run in, just kept on invalidating. Well, that's it for short qualifying here. Austria, $10 P1. No real surprise there. He's had a excellent season. And hopefully get everybody to retire in the pits here. Sanders and Platinor. In Twitch chat, our little chat section, Echo is saying 2 laps in a row I invalidated from getting a 103.6 and a 103.8 on the final lap. Unfortunate. This track is very rough on track limits. It's just the nature of the track. If you want to go fast, you got to get up on the wheel and get up on those curves, and sometimes you can just overdo it. Latin retiring from the session, now just waiting on Jess Sanders to retire. I guess we're going to have to wait out the rest of these 20 seconds here. Would be a good time to go through the championship order. Driver's championship order, that is. $10 right now in the lead with 193 points, followed by Frisky with 135, the McLaren driver, and Sam Ken, another McLaren driver, P3 with 114. McLaren right now leading constructors, but back to first points. SSR Center with 87, JLC B-Mars with 65, and just looking through the qualifying right here, $10 P1, Crop P2, Maestro P3, Stenner P4, Pascom rounding up our top 5. 3/10 between pole and P2. Field today seems to have a very good spread. Not as tight as it normally is, but still very competitive here. Formula Maximum rounds out the top 10. Just looking through the field right here. Yeah, a few guys going out on mediums with AJ Mars not being able to set a time. Just kept on invalidating. Unfortunate for him, but I assume he'll make a good climb through the field. He always seems to do that. Qualifying seems to be for him some races, but hey, that's just what happens in league racing sometimes. On to the race. For this, we're having the formation back on. We turned it off because it was causing us heaps of trouble earlier in the season, but now we feel like Codemasters has fixed their game enough for us to bring it back in so everybody can warm up their tires and hopefully just have a nice calm time before lights out. Now everybody just waiting here. Our rules are that the tier coordinator, AJ Mars, he waits about 30 seconds to a minute before he readies up. None of our drivers can ready up before AJ Mars. If they do, then they will receive a race ban. I know that might sound a little bit harsh, but it is what it is. Hopefully everybody can be good here. We haven't had too many problems with it. A few people here and there have slipped up. But, yep, everybody just waiting here. Let me get back to the championship standings. I ended off with JLC B-Mars. Mercedes driver with 65 points, followed by P6. Maestro with 63. SSR Echo in the Ferrari with 62.5 points. Half points because somebody reserved for him. GB Sanderson in P8 with 57 points. And AJ Mars in P9 with 55. Just Sander in the Alfa Romeo with 44 points. Ultra Titan in the Renault, 39. Formula Maximum, P12. AlphaTauri with the 35 points that he's gotten over the season. Weighted Zeus, P13, 24 points. Bone Apple T in P14 with 17 points. Platinor, 15th with 14 points. Bascombe, 62. Our Alfa Romeo driver with 13 points at P16. Dubsy rounding out the back end of the field in the Ferrari with 5 points. Actually, the standings are wrong here. Dubsy's in P18, Jamie's in P17 with 10 points, and total 420 with 2 points, and Noxious, who has not appeared for a while, with no points scored. So everybody tuning into the stream, thank you for tuning in. If you got anything to say in the chat, just say it. I'll be very active. So going lights out here for the formation lap, of course. Everybody's just warming up their tires. Seems to be a sunny race for us today. Actually, I'll turn that off. Get the telemetry out of here. Everyone here on the soft. Wow, Weighted Zeus and Bone Apple T, the two Williams drivers, going on hards here. That's an interesting strat. Assume they'll go very long in the race and switch on to the soft tires later on. See a few guys on mediums here, but most of the field, as I predicted, on the soft tires. There's the predicted strategy right there. Actually, a soft to medium. So if you're going to do that one stop onto the mediums, pitting around lap 15. Alright. The game says that it can be done. It can be done. See somebody in the back end of the field. Is that Jamie the G? Yes, it is going very slowly here. Pack seems to be pretty tight, except $10 here. May want to slow down before he reaches the grid here, so his tires don't become ice cold. See everybody starting to stack up here, getting their tires warm. Turn 1 at Austria, very notorious for being in incidental place. A lot of crashes happened there. So we all remember 2017 turn 1 with Verstappen and Alonso and Kvyat coming in like a freaking torpedo. Just a little too excited. Hopefully these guys can keep it clean. $10 takes his spot on the grid. P2, Krob. Let's see if he can do anything here. Having the inside for turn 1 is Jamie the G. Slowly but surely taking his spot. Alright, the field's set. Hopefully we have a clean race, a fun race on hand. So here we go. Engines are revving. We don't have any lights. Now we do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold 'em, boys. And green, green, green. There we go. Lights out and away we go. And $10 there seems to be getting a pretty good start. I see Beamar's backed out of it. Hopefully he just didn't want to get into any incidents. They make it pretty clean through turn 1. Except Alfa Romeo, they're getting a little bit wayward, taking the outside. But the standings seem to be the same here as we see Ultra Titan. Or actually, the Mercedes of Luigi is going down the inside of the Alfa Romeo. Ooh! Oh, a little bit of contact was made through wide through turn 2. That's not going to be good. So we see the two Alfa Romeos here going side by side. And Sanderson following just Sanders past Bascombe. But he's making a little offensive attack here. But he's just going to let him go there. No need to push it too early on. Start there seems to be pretty clean. The gaps have started to form here. Well, good job, boys. Everybody seemed to make it through without too many incidents. That's nice to see. It's coming through the last corner here, up to the start-finish line for the first lap of today's beautiful race. $10 leads lap 1. See a little bit of position swapping here. Ultra Titan going down the inside of in turn 1. Oop. Stenner gets a little bit loosey there, loosey-goosey on the exit of turn 1. Space was left there. It's turn 2 now. Ultra Titan going back down the inside. He hits the sausage curve there. That's not going to be good for him. But now they're going side by side. And Ultra Titan is trying to make the move, and he does. He gets the job done. Ultra Titan up into P4 now. Center falling back a little bit, but that's okay. There's Luigi and Sanderson going side by side here. Luigi getting the job done for P9. Interesting place to overtake there. Luigi wasting no time. Nice to see that nobody's really spun besides Weighted Zeus. All the way back in last 30 seconds to drift on his mediums. $10 crosses the line. That's the fastest lap of the race. He goes actually wide there. That's going to be a warning, track extending warning. I feel like this race will come down to who can stay clean here in terms of warnings and penalties. Big racing always comes down to that, it seems. Will be no different here at this race. See some more fighting with Bascombe and Formula Maximum here. Formula Maximum actually going out on the grass. Seems to be safe from further attack. It's Stenner and Titan. Stenner gets the place back into turn 3 there. He goes a little bit defensive into turn 4. He's going to compromise his exit. And there's been an incident, hasn't there? Oh, Luigi, no. Oh, we missed it. Toto runs out wide there. Oh, is he going to spin? He's going to be able to save it. What is going on here in the back of the field? Oh, that's unfortunate. Toto losing all that track position. Is Beamars, no! He spun. And he has wing damage. His left end plate is gone. Oh, what is kicking off here in this lap? second and third sector, carnage. Fortunately, we weren't able to capture any of his. Formula Maximum gets a 3-second penalty, and Ultra Titan gets the job, or the place back on Stenner here. She's in a podium position now. As B-Mars retired for the session in the pits. That's unfortunate. He was subbing for McLaren, hopefully securing some good constructors points for them, but seems like he's called it quits after his incident. Field seems to be separating here, except for Platnor and AJ going at it. As Platnor runs wide, gives a place up to AJ there. Jumping up ahead here. Krav gets a 3-second time penalty. Now the timing is messed up, saying some drivers going a lap down. Now everything seems to be sorting itself out. See a big old DRS straight in here. See if Sanders going to make a move on Stenner here. Overtake has been engaged. Not too much battery left, but it doesn't matter. He's going to go down for the move here in turn 2. That's the hairpin. Can he make it stick? He's clear of him, and he goes a little bit deep there. Stenner, now with the DRS and also engaging overtake, he has a fuel warning light on. Interesting that he's underfueled the car. And Stenner retains P4 here, getting back on the second DRS straight. Stenner involved in a lot of battling here. See a large DRS strand here. Sanders doesn't get a good run through that corner. Comes to the start-finish straight here. This large group of cars here just be swapping positions back and forth here with the assistance of DRS. Speaking of DRS, Krav has gotten into $10 DRS range here. 6 cents back now, looking for a move right now. See Bascombe going for a move here, going into turn 3. Help a DRS around the outside. Ooh. I think a little bit of contact was made there, but everything all good for our drivers here, going side by side into turn 4, and Bascombe's gonna get the job done. Good job, a good overtake. It's GB here, just trying to stay on the back of him, applying all the pressure he can. Speed Mars has left the session. Yellow flags in sector 2. Is that? It is Jamie. Oh, that's not good. GB gets a 3-second penalty. See Jamie has some end plate damage here. Wonder what happened. Start finish straight. Yellow flags here. Oh, that's total 420. He's gonna need an invite. Oh, that's not where it goes. Apologies there. To get our driver back into the racers. What happened to $10? What the? Whoa! Driver's falling down to P6s. Now there's more carnage in the back of the pack. Man, I am missing everything. Holy cow! Bone apple tea here. P10. What happened to $10? Man, what did we miss while inviting his teammate? Oh, that's unfortunate. He has wing damage too. As Echo goes past him. Wow, that's his race. It's his race, or chances of having a race win is surely done, as Maximum gets another 3-second time penalty. Coming up here on this battle for P4. Actually P3 for the Maximum in a podium paying position now. $10 goes into the pits on the hard compound tires. Stenner's going to go for the move down the inside of turn 2 with the help of DRS. Going to be side by side on the exit here. Who's going to get the DRS? It's going to be Stenner. Maximum. Going going to pull away here using a little bit of overtake. Bone Apple T, a 3-second time penalty. Jump to the back of the field a little bit, edge of the points. Not too much going on here except AJ using quite a lot of his overtake. Turn the overtake button off, buddy. Unless he has a unfortunate glitch going on where the overtake button becomes stuck. Hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully he just forgotten about it. This battle for P3 here, very tight. That's, what is that, 6 cars in the mix for it? All DRSing off each other. Swapping positions every lap. As here we go, once again, let's see if Senator can get back that podium spot as GB Sanderson gets a 3-second time penalty and Dubsy goes into the pits. He's not going to look to challenge for that spot there. Ascombe is on just Sander, his teammate. He's going to leave a little bit of space there, using a little bit of overtake. Alright, the second by DRS here. Seems like Sander's just content to stay behind and save a little bit of fuel right now. That's what I would be doing if I was him. See the fuel indicator light is on right now. Now going back onto this pack here. Our little Bone Apple T here on the hard tires. Loogie goes a little bit defensive. Let's see if he can get a switch back here on him. He gets a pretty good run where Loogie has to think about going defensive here. Bone Apple's just gonna wait here for a second as Bascombe seems to have had a little incident. Man, every time I go to switch to something else, yellow flags as Maximum goes really defensive here trying to break the slipstream. Going all the way up to the pit wall here is Bone Apple T and AJ Mars swap positions. Bone Apple T actually goes on the pits on his hard tires there. Must be feeling the effects of some front wing damage. Everybody here heading into turn 2. Center takes a look at Formula Maximum here. Now he has DRS and overtake engaged. He has half of his battery left. See if he can get him going into turn 3 here. Side by side they go. It's a little bit clear. And job done. These guys just swapping positions. They fall in 11 seconds back from P2. Ultra Titan's having a whale of a race as Jamie gets the time penalty here. Well, these guys are battling. It's just allowing the top 2 to pull away further and further. And look at Krav in P1 there. It's nice to see. See Sanders, is he gonna come into the pits? Yes, he is. These guys are starting to pit quite early from what the game was telling us. P11. These guys are starting to go on the mediums here. Echo starting on the mediums, good for him. Up into P5 now. See what tire these guys go on. Another set of softs that I see. Wow, committing to the 2-stop. That's interesting. GB Sanderson goes out on the mediums here. Mediums won't make it to the end there. I assume for most of these guys they won't try it, so people committing to the 2-stop. Not what I was expecting to see today, but hey. Whatever these guys feel is right, that's up to them to make their race. Jumping on with Luigi here. Is he gonna dive into the pits? Oh, he's not. He's gonna go in for another lap here. This is gonna be an interesting phase for some of our guys here, because the game said that as somebody's had an incident. Oh no, Echo. I was just bragging about him. Seems to lose both end plates. Get out of the way there, Echo. Ghosting is unfortunately. On the mediums, they're losing both of his end plates on a little spin. Yep, as we can see. Or no, just the left side end plate. Diving into the pits now. Front wing change for sure. These guys over here continue to battle. The final corner. Sanders running a little bit wide. So back to what I was saying. The game said that if you wanted to make the one-stop work on mediums, that you'd have to come in at lap 15. So I believe now that's what. Alright, never mind. I believe that's what some of our guys here that are staying out, 1 through 6 here are doing. Just gonna stay out and go on the mediums. Maybe even go on the hards, who knows. See up ahead. These two cars being very close to one another. See, Formula Maximum, they're actually on the hards. So he's one stopping to the end there. That's the strategy that I'm planning to do in our Tier 1 race coming up in a few hours. See Stenner diving into the pits here. Tire is he going to go on? He's going to go into the hard tires there onto the end, and we see Mercedes of Lugi pit. Here, co-coordinator and a steward for us. Also going onto the hard tires. So now we're going to see the battle in the midfield. Mediums versus hards. What strategy is going to prevail? See our top four still continuing on there. On the softs that they started the race with. Jumping ahead to Stenner and Sanders. Stenner's been involved in quite a few battles here. See that fuel indicator light blinking every once in a while there. Hopefully he can find some time in the race to save some fuel so he doesn't run out at the end or isn't too compromised. See our two leaders here pit on the same lap. Titan going on to mediums and Krob going on to the hards here. Hards to the end. AJ's coming to the pits as well. See what tire he goes on to in a little bit as the positions are shuffling now. So as you can see here, most of the field here on the hards, one stopping to the end, aside from a few guys on the mediums. For their sakes, I hope that they don't try to stretch it to the end there. I would not want to be in that position of trying to stretch mediums to the end. So a two-stop for them as we see Formula Maximum now on the attack with very low ERS left, but he has DRS. He's taking a little peek, but he's not going to send it. No need to do that this early on. It's a battle coming out of the hairpin here. Or not. Everybody just in overtake. See, coming onto the start-finish straight here, Sanderson runs out a little bit wide there. I wonder if that's going to be a penalty for him. Formula Maximum, the DRS, not running onto the curb there too much, compromising his run through turn 1. $10 and Platinor swap positions into turn 1. Platinor with the better exit though, with a much better exit, dipping onto the grass, using an overtake. $10 has DRS. Is Platinor going to send it down the inside of turn 2? He's taking a look. $10 leaving the space, but Platinor's just going to back out of that. Good move. Nice to see these guys keeping it clean for the moment, at least. You saw earlier in the race, everything was kicking off. $10 scooting away there on his 6-lap-old hards. Riding on here with Formula Maximum on his hard tires. Still in the DRS is, as you see there, Sanders' Racing Point bobble a little bit. He hit the turtle curve there, upsetting his car, losing quite a bit of time. Might have even got a penalty for it. A warning, I should say, as Lugi gets a penalty, and Sanderson does not have a good run through turn 1 there. Maximum is using DRS right now, but you notice that the lights on Sanderson's car was not blinking. He was using overtake there, trying everything he can to maintain his position. Jumping on board here. Bascom here going very deep into turn 2. So Platinor's going to get him. Platinor leaving the space to come back on the track. Good job. That's nice to see. Into turn 3 now. These guys going side by side. Platinor getting the job done. Or not. Bascom coming right back at him. Oh, that was a switchback of dreams right there. Obviously not wanting to give up places there after running wide. He's just going to hopefully settle down and get on with the rest of his race. So there's an incident here. Oh no. Maestro. Oh, he's had a spin. His front wing seems to be intact there. Man, every time I switch to another battle, I keep on missing these incidents. Come on, guys. You know, obviously I don't want to see incidents go down, but hey, if they're gonna happen well, don't come back on the racing line. And he's gonna reverse on the racing line. The stewards are not gonna be happy with that. They're from bad gone to worse for Meister here coming into the pits. Fortunate, I'm sure we'll see something about that in the steward's office. Steward's office, yeah, I guess that's what I can call it. Continuing on now with the battles throughout the field. Jamie the G gets weighted. Zeus? No, Meister on the pits here. Nothing happened there. Sanderson gets another 3-second time penalty. Man, I've seen his name a lot. Just gonna drop to the order here if he doesn't get his act together. And hey, at this rate, he may even become disqualified. I believe it's 30 seconds worth of penalties to be disqualified by the game. Hopefully that doesn't happen soon. Right now on track P5. Very nice. Oh, we have 31 viewers. Hello to our lovely viewers here. As we all know, last week we did not race. We moved our break week up to give everybody a little break and just figure some things out with Safe Space. But now we're back, and hopefully better than ever to finish the season out. As this race has been very entertaining. Zeko gets a 3-second penalty there. You've seen a lot of incidents, some guys spinning, and a little bit of contact has been made here and there, but nothing retirement worthy aside from B Mars there, which he just retired in the pits there. Wait, Zeus gets a time penalty. And coming in from the boss man himself, Mr. Zampa. Zampa says, GG to Stenner for being a subscriber for 2 months now. Stenner, thank you. And thank you to everybody that's subscribed and viewing for tuning into today's stream. Glad to have you on board. Moving on to the middle sector here, a little bit further down the field. See, Waded and Jamie are kind of close together. We'll keep eyes on them for the little battle that they've been having. My apologies. Jamie not having the race that he's been wanting for. That doesn't make much sense. Let me rephrase that. Jamie is having a bad race. 53 seconds off lead. Fortunate for him. Didn't have too good of a qualifying either, but hey. See AJ still using overtake. I believe he has a glitch. He has to have the overtake glitch. Haven't seen him turn overtake off. Fortunate for him. F1 2020 still broken. He's doing all that he can though on P12. From being last on the grid to P12, that's pretty good. He's gonna keep on chipping away at it. What the? So Stenner is driving right now, and in Twitch chat, you just said thank you, Zap, for the shout out that we gave him. That's interesting. Texting and driving, don't do that, children. Don't do that. Texting and driving is not good. Anyways, back to the battle on track here. AJ gets a 3-second time penalty. The gaps have stabilized here. Now it's just about penalty game, and strategy is maximum runs a little bit wide. Man, all this racing has got me starving. You know what would sound good right now? A sandwich or a sub, and hey, maybe even some soup. Here in the area of Jackson Beach, Florida, take a stroll down to Sun Deli Subs, your place for soup, sandwiches, and subs. Nice sponsor plug there. But in oh, Formula, no. He just had a little moment there. He was right on the back of GB. Hard's not feeling too good right now against the gravel, but nothing too bad besides losing some time. But back to our sponsor here, Sun Deli Subs, Jacksonville Beach, Florida. Very nice place here. One of our drivers actually owns the shop. So, good business, good business. Jumping back up here to Stenner and Sanderson. Maestro gets a 3-second time penalty. Rob gets a 3-second penalty here, our leader. I haven't seen this name too much. Ultra Titan just 4.5 seconds back there. With a bunch of battery left. On the medium tires though. I assume he's on a 2-stop here, so we'll see where that drops him. But he's having a very good race. He had a good race at Canada. He actually won on track, but due to penalties, $10 whole was able to secure the win. But he's having a good showing here. Sanders gets the job not done on Stenner. Stenner gets the job done on Sanders. Now with the help of DRS, hopefully he can just stay behind him. Save up a little bit of his batteries he has going into this corner here. Right around 15%. Still using overtake. Interesting decision from him is drivers now racking up their penalties. Ultra Titan, second place driver here with the 3-second time penalty. See a incident on the start, or not the start finish straight, the main straight. Here's the yellow flag. I assume that's the lap car getting out of the way. From the maximum gets a 3-second time penalty. The Sanders goes in the pits here off them soft tires. 13 laps to go. I assume he's going to go on the mediums here. Alright, this is where we're going to see right around this time all of our 2-stop guys here starting to come in and jumbling up the order. Yeah, I'm right. He's going on the mediums here to the end. He has a gap back to OTL Luke here. I believe he'll retain the position and he'll be right on the back of Bone Apple T here on 12 lap old softs. See about it here going into turn 2 to help the DRS once again. For the maximum going down the inside of Sanders, or just Sanderson, my mistake. Into turn 3, a little bit of contact was made there. He's going to try to hold around the outside. The job done by Fulham Maximum. A little bit of elbows out there, but everything clean. All good in my eyes. Way to Zeus a 3-second time penalty there. That's allowed $10 whole here. A angry, motivated $10 whole here to come onto the back of these two fighting away. Once again, a little race recap. He qualified on pole. He was dominating the race, and then something happened. We missed it on stream where he spun and he broke his wing. He had to go onto the hard tires here, and now he has DRS and overtake engaged. As Bone Apple and Sanders swap positions here. Bone Apple actually goes into the pits there. 3-man DRS train here. $10 whole doesn't get a good exit. Let's jump onto the back of Sanderson. Going back on the move on Formula Maximum here, heading into turn 2. He's going to get the job done. Hits the apex quite nice, but Formula Maximum here with the crossover. And he's going to get the DRS too with the help of overtake. But he's going to take it out of overtake and still maintains the inside for turn 3. That's not a good angle to take into there, but these guys are still going side by side. Holy cow, hopefully these guys can keep it clean here. Entertaining into turn 4. As, yeah, Maximum has to kind of just back out of it here. You see $10 whole here applying the blowtorch for the Maximum here. Inside the cockpit right now, he's probably just like, oh, you guys, get this battle over. Oh, $10 whole is going to go for it into the final corner here. Maximum went a little bit wide, understeered. That's an opportunistic place to pass. There's a lot of trust between those two. And he's going to go down the inside in turn 1. Oh, no. Ooh, he forced Sanders a little bit wide there. That's a bit of a lunge. He's going to lose out the place of Formula Maximum there. Let's see what Formula Maximum is going to do. Now, these three are fighting. And don't tell me $10 whole is going to send it too. He's going to send it down the inside of both of them. He's not going to have the traction to maintain the place. He is going to get GB Sanderson though, so GB is going to be mad here. Riding on board with him now. See, as we saw in turn 1, $10 whole sent down the inside of the GB here, and GB had to take to the runoff area, or else that could have been a very big incident there. Don't tell me 10 is going to do it here. He's taking a peek. He's being a very aggressive with these two. He obviously has the pace, but will he have the patience? As all this fighting is allowing the rest of the field to catch up to them. Alright, runs wide there on the last corner. That's going to be a warning for sure. Check where GB is. It's a little bit further away. Overtake and DRS engage here for $10 whole as there's an incident further back, but I'm not going to switch to it because these two are going side by side very close here into turn 2. And $10 whole finally gets the move done. Or not. A little switch back there. There's a decent gap back to GB Sanderson and Bascom. The way this dude gets a time penalty here. I assume now we'll see $10 whole fly away into the distance here. All that pace that he's had throughout the season. I feel like he should be able to pull away from these guys, but that was quite the battle there. Albeit not all too clean, but clean enough. It's going further down the field here. AJ and Bone Apple scrapping for the back end of points here. In this league, points are not awarded 1 through 10. They're 1 through 12, I believe. I should really know my own league's point system, but hey, check up on that later as GB enters the pits now after losing all that time. Hope he didn't get any wing damage there in that exchange. Don't believe he did. Yeah, he's all fine there going with the softs to the end. We having a bunch of pace in those soft tires there. Oh, this midfield's been giving us battles all day long. Let's go on board with Ultra Titan here. Just 3 seconds back from our leader. He's gained about a second, over a second here. Scrub's struggling for pace here on his hards. Tune back on them later. Maximum and Sanders are squabbling away here. It's long further behind him. Echo Sanderson who just came out of the pits getting by Echo there. Be flying off there as Echo runs a little bit wide. Lukey into P8 here. Just look a little bit of a position change here. So, big loser here is Maestro, dropping 10 positions here. Not had the race that he's wanted. Everybody else doing fairly fine. Big mover of the day, AJ Mars still in P12 though, rock solid. A few of our guys are moving up and down in Ultra Titan in P2 there, 4 positions up. See the amount of stops that everybody's done. Fortunate for Total, he's had to do 4 stops here, but most of these guys on 1 stop except for the back of the field where we see a few occasional 2-stoppers. A little bit of lock up there from Lugi. Ultra Titan there, negotiating some lap traffic. Lap cars hopefully getting out of the way nicely. Even though they are ghosted, it is a rule in this league that once you get the blue flags, you have to get out of the way. Bone Apple T and Echo here have a little bit of a fight. Echo right on the back of Bone Apple here, heading into this very fast section of the track. All that dirty air is going to cause him to understeer here. Seems to maintain pretty okay though, running out of ERS here before the line. His allocation, his per lap allocation. As we see Bone Apple T actually cut the corner and get a 3-second time penalty here. Hopefully at some point in the race I'll get the chance to look at the penalty situations further up the field. Some more position swapping, but we're going to stay on board for this battle right here as Echo gets the job done on Bone Apple, but Bone Apple's using overtake right now. Echo has DRS, and with the help of overtake, I think he's going to maintain that position heading into turn 3. Ew. Ooh, Bone Apple turns in a little bit too early there, making a little bit of contact, but everything seems good. Yep, Echo just has to sit behind here as Just Sanders gets a time penalty, a 3-second time penalty here. And on the main straight here, what's going on here? Oh, total 420, just getting out of the way here. $10, 16 seconds behind Stenner. I think P4 is the best that he can do for this race. The fight for these upper positions here has settled down a bit. As some of y'all can recall, early in the race there was like a 6-car DRS train here. Guys just swapping positions. Speaking of positions, multiple drivers now getting 3-second time penalties. I'm telling you, these penalties are going to decide this race. See Echo still within DRS of Bone Apple. See there, Bone Apple on 5-lap-old softs versus Echo's 17-lap-old hards. Doing a good job to be able to maintain. This division in the chat has said, quite the scenes clenching my buttocks. Alright man, you do you, I'm not gonna judge. Has been an intense race, but I'm gonna exit that thought from my mind. Is heading back through the field here. Seems to me like Ultra Titan's going to go to the end here on his mediums, 16-lap-old mediums. Too late now to pit. It is what it is now with his tires. He's actually been able to close the gap down on Krab. It used to be 4.5 seconds, but now it's 3.5, 3.6. He's doing a good job. Nice showing from him. Nice clean race. See everybody just vibing now. Hopefully to end the race. No more incidents as Dubsy gets a 3-second penalty. Hopefully no more spins. Everybody can just be happy and maintain. Let's see all the battling that we can, but it's our first race back. We don't want to see anybody angry. As at the end of the day, we're all here just to play a game and have fun together. Shout out to our 30 viewers live. How's everybody doing? Sebascom runs wide there. Seems like the battles throughout the field have subdued a little bit. See, in the middle of the race, fights were intense as Weighted Zeus. Absolutely sending in here. Track extending everywhere. Right behind our leader, running himself out of VRS. Not having the race that he's wanting, he's just continuously track extending. Not going to pay attention to that. It's Jamie the G. Blue flag is here, getting out of the way of his teammate. Nice job getting out of the way here. Stanner in P3. See a battle actually here now. GB Sanderson was 4-lap-old softs, track extending right on the back of Loogie here, and I think Loogie's just gonna let him go. Yep, there's no point of fighting this right now. Into turn 1, job done, nice and easy. Or is it? Oh wow, he's actually using DRS and overtake right now. Surely he's not gonna send it to turn 2. No, he's not. He's just gonna hopefully stay onto his DRS here, just pull him along. Sanders on his fresh soft tires here, making a climb through the field. The Fulham maximum up ahead by around 6 seconds on his 20-lap-old hards. I assume that if Sanders can have absolutely blistering laps here, he'll be able to catch him. Tire difference is quite large. Catching the driver is one thing, but overtaking is a whole different deal. As we've seen today, as AJ Mars gets a 3-second time penalty there. Still using overtake, as that's just total getting out the way there. That's the reason for the yellow flags. We have a new follower, Jeff678889. Thank you for following Safe Space. Glad to have you on board, my guy. Just finishing out here at the final few laps of this race. From the maximum, crawling through this final sector here. Those short tires have to be feeling quite icky at the moment. Sluggy's actually done a pretty good job to stay with Sanders right here. I guess my prediction of Sanders being able to catch maximum is wrong. I did say, oh, that's a mean corner cut and track extend. As said earlier in our broadcast, the tire drop-off is not that bad around here, so that's all good. As Weighted Zeus has a spin, that's not going to be good. A bad day turning worse for Weighted here. Has a safe rejoin though. Good job to him. His front wing still seems to be fine as he spins. The stars are hot, buddy. You gotta take it easy. We see some more cars coming up on him right now. As we see on the long straight here, if I can find them. Some more lap traffic here as Apple T picks up a penalty and Weighted Zeus. What's going on with him? Yeah, he's just struggling right now, trying to get out the way. He's coming on to the last lap here. Krob, after $10 whole, had his incident, which we don't know what happened there. We weren't able to catch it on stream. Has had a command on this race. Absolutely flawless. The Ultra Titan making a push here at the end with only 2.5 seconds back, using all of the overtake he has. I wonder what the penalties are going to be like. But coming through the last few corners of this race for the first time this season, and for SSR, Krob's going to win. What's these penalties going to be looking like? Ultra Titan is going to stay in P2. Stenner coming across the line here right now in P3. Just Sanders a long way back. I assume that he hasn't racked up that many penalties to give up that P3. Nice job from our podium finishers today. Sanders coming out of the last corner here, taking it nice and easy. Coming across the line in P4 with $10 right behind him. In P4, he's going to get P4. 28 laps on those hards there. GG. From the maximum to P7. Sanderson on those fresh shops, only able to manage P8. Loogie in P10. Bone Apple. Now with Echo here, still in a points paying position for this league. P11, very nice. And AJ Mars gets P11, actually my driver of the day, from starting last to P11. Very nice race from him. And yeah, there you go, that's the race. Alright, let's take a look at the tire compounds that everybody used here. Rest in peace, Total 420 there, using every compound available. Oh, guess we'll look at the race director later on. Well, that was a very entertaining race. As yep, I predicted it. AJ Mars getting driver of the day. To all of our here, make sure about 30 minutes to tune in here. One race back in Austria will be very entertaining. See our podium finishers there doing this little dance. Good job for winning. It's a very nice race, and we see all these penalties. These boys were racking them up today. Let's just look at our race director here. From the onset, extreme track limits. Look at all these track limits. Severe collision with Total 420 here. You can see a lot of these. Every lap here, somebody was getting a warning for track ascending. Like we said, this track is very hard on limits here. You just have to get up on the wheel and push to be fast around here. And pit stops. A lot of front wing changes here on lap 3. Not too many incidents there. Major incidents anyways. Alright, GG to our podium finishers, Krob, Titan, and Stenner. Let's get them in here for a little... Oh, my bad. For a little post-race interview. Once again to all of our viewers here. Make sure to tune in to the T1 race coming up in just about 30 minutes here. Hello, Krob. If you can tick the box, that would be great. You got me? Alright, well, your first big win for SSR. After $10 had his incident there, you just took control and did great. How do you feel? Speaking of tiptoe, you were on those tires there, one stopping. Just how the tire wear for like? Alright, well, once again, congratulations to your race win there. Now speaking to our P2 finisher here, Ultra Titan. Have you ticked the box, my guy? Alright, well, P2, you've had some very good pace here in these recent weeks here. So close to a win. Just this form. Do you think you can maintain it? Titan, I'm sorry to say this, but Twitch chat is saying that you have not ticked the box here. Alright, well, they're saying that somebody hasn't ticked the box. Hopefully you have. I'm the streamer, I'm always ticked. That would have been bad. Well, congratulations on your P2. Very good race. Hopefully we can keep on seeing this form for you and challenging $10 and our race winner here, Krob, for the coming races here. Once again, congratulations, guys, and that's going to be it from us today at Tier 2. Join us next week. Yep, join us next week, same time, same day. Alright, guys, up and stream.